Avid ballroom dancer and a new grandmother. Patty has a keen awareness of how our senses shape us and define our world. This morning she explores this in a speech titled, "What is that smell?" Patty Graff.
Hey, what's that smell? We all know that expression, don't we? From the time we are born, our senses, the 5 senses, shape who we are and they shape our world. As I babysat my 7-month-old granddaughter the other day, I was keenly aware of how all the senses are shaping her world. The 5 senses, and this is how we perceive our world and how we become who we are. Of course, they are sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. Scientists are still discovering how they work and how they can sharpen yours. I can tell you that I can tell what shape I'm in by what I've tasted the night before and whether that wine and cheese makes me look a little bit more plumper in the mirror the next day. I can also tell by the way I smell based on how closely or how far apart my ballroom dance partner holds me in. So starting with a sense of sight, the human eye is an exceptional tool for discerning light, shape, and space. It can distinguish within 500 shades of gray and spot light of a candle 14 miles away. Can you imagine that? That's why candles are still popular today. Vision forces the brain to differentiate foregrounds and backgrounds and to discern patterns in shapes. That's why we so often look at the clouds in amazement and look at determining that we see faces in the clouds. A new study says that the time for a man to fall in love at first sight is 8.5 seconds. That makes my eyelashes lose control. That's why when I see something like this, I want to fall in love with you, so show me, where are your eyes? It's that crazy thing of trying to determine shapes and sizes. Right. Finding it the right way. That's why M.C. Escher, if you're all familiar with it, had such a great time playing tricks with our senses, with those endless stairs that go to nowhere. Next is hearing. There is a small little tribe in the south of Sudan called the Maban, who reportedly live in a place that is so quiet that it is said that they can hear, legend says, that they can hear a person whispering across miles away. That's how quiet it is. We are all born with that keen shape of sense of hearing. Of course, after we live in a cacophony of sound like we do here, we can't hear anything. We hear the noise of the speakers, we hear the noises of our teenage children playing loud music. But little did I know that scientists believe that the sense of hearing was actually developed, that keenness to be able to detect a sound, to detect a predator who's coming your way. So that's why I couldn't hear the insurance agent when he called me to tell me that my rates were going up. Or when my accountant told me, you got to pay more taxes this year. It's those predatory sounds. Researchers have also proved that the word noise comes from the old Latin word nausea. So too much sound can make us sick. So imagine not being able to hear well and losing your hearing. You are actually avoiding being nauseous. So it's a good thing when you can't hear your partner snoring anymore. Or, better yet, if you can't hear when people are talking about you without turning their backs towards you. So that can be a good thing. Taste. Taste is designed in part to help us discern from harmful substances. And taste is actually very important in our survival to determine what is poison and what isn't. We have over 10,000 taste buds in our mouth.
Wow.
Have you ever seen the expression of a baby when they're tasting new things? As I sat there feeding my baby girl applesauce, but then as soon as I gave her a banana, researchers have often been wondered at the taste of taste. That's why I'll take my order of soft serve ice cream to dip my French fries in. We love the taste of fat, the smell of fat, the taste of fat, and the sweet and sour. Touch. Well, who doesn't like the touch of something soft and furry? So much has been written about touch. As we know, the skin is our biggest organ. But did you know that if you go to buy a car and you are seated in a soft, furry chair, you are likely to spend more money than if you're seated in a hard chair? I guess that's what explains why I ended up buying a Kia instead of a Rolls Royce. And lastly, we have smell. Smells are retained in our memory bank forever. I still remember the rotten bananas from elementary school every time I smell a banana. Smell are weakest in the morning, and they grow stronger during the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, be careful when you put on that cologne or that aftershave, because you might smell good in the morning, but boy, are you going to reek at the end of the night. Also, did you know that the scent of lemon makes somebody more generous? So next time you go in and ask for a raise, make sure you spray a lot of lemon on you. So in conclusion, while playing with my granddaughter and holding in her lap, while I was playing with her going, woo, big and exploring her sense of wonder, all of a sudden I said, what's that smell? Well, I can tell you, it wasn't lemons, it wasn't applesauce, and it wasn't bananas. And better yet, when I picked her up and I looked at my pants, I know it wasn't chocolate pudding.